Hi, welcome to the Best of Brighton. This is another series of Table for Two, but obviously there's three of us, so today it will be Table for Three. Today I have with me Steve Moore and his wife, and we're going to be discussing things that happened in Steve's life and find out when was it that he had that vision to become a firefighter. So, with further ado, let's get to the story. Steve, what was it that happened when you were a child that you just decided one day that I want to be a firefighter?
That's hard to reach back. I mean, you're going back 40 plus years.
Right.
So it was nothing, no special moment. It was just Brighton at the time offered what they called a junior fire department, and I got started with them and haven't looked back since. It's been a passion of mine for the last 40 plus years, 44
Okay.
years.
Okay. So when you were young, you didn't have the little fire trucks and pretending
No.
to be a firefighter or anything like that? Huh?
No,
Okay.
no, just I've my whole life, I guess, if you look at what I do for a living, has been dedicated to serving people, I guess.
Okay. And
No.
you've done that well.
I've done it through the fire
Many
department,
years.
through the funeral home.
Now, how did it all happen? What year did you actually get into firefighting?
I started in May of '77.
Okay. So
And
you
that
were
was
still in school.
Yep, I was
Okay.
still in high school, and I was belonged to the junior department then, and that was back when they would actually call the juniors out of the department for or out of school when they had big grass fires, and when we were located right downtown Brighton, and when they didn't. I mean, Brighton was a small town back then. I mean,
Right,
we had
77.
200 runs a year. Now we do that in a month.
Okay. Wow.
So,
A lot has changed over the years.
yeah, absolutely.
So when did you get into working at the funeral home?
I grew up with Dave Keene, so I started working at the funeral home in 1981,
Okay.
and I worked at the Keene Funeral Home until it was sold in 2019, and the new owner got rid of all of us, and now I'm up at McDonald's up in Howell.
Okay. So what did you do at Keene Funeral Home? What was your title?
Staff member, same as what it is up there, and for lack of a better, get more formal with that, it's a funeral director's assistant.
Okay.
So basically, they meet with the families. They do stuff. I do stuff in the back room. I would get decedents ready, cosmetizing, getting them dressed, get them in the casket, getting them ready to go out.
Okay.
Go out and do removals at night. When
Right.
somebody would pass away at home, it would be me and whoever I had. I mean, there was a period of time that Nikki and I were actually doing them, so that way it was
Wow.
not. We were able to. It wasn't hard to find somebody to help me. I was sleeping right next to her.
Right. There you go. So what year did you guys get married? How long have you been married? When did you,
We got married
Officially.
May of 2018.
2018?
I put a flash mob together. We actually got video
Yeah.
of that. They
Okay.
did it downtown.
Great.
Yep, that was kind of cool because
Okay.
it was interesting.
So you've been married 3 years.
3 years.
Yep.
Nice.
From two people who said we'd never get married again. Here we
Oh,
are.
one of those.
Yep.
Well, good deal, good deal. So when will you be celebrating the 4th? What month?
May.
May. May what?
May 19th.
Right.
Really?
Good job.
That's about when my girlfriend Sharon and I will be celebrating 5 years.
Well, I was waiting. I was waiting to see what she's going to say because when I was married to my first wife, our was May 18th. So I was
Oh, wow.
waiting to see what was going to sneak out there.
Wow. That's close.
Oh.
So in high school, you were busy. I mean, a lot of us in school, we may have a part-time job, but Steve having a firefighting job, that could take a lot of time. How did you find time to do your homework when things got hectic?
Well, in addition to working at the fire department in high school, I also worked at Brighton Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
And,
So that's 2 jobs.
and so when I worked at Brighton Bowl, I was a pin jumper. which means that when there was problems with the
Pins.
machine, the machines, I would fix those.
Okay.
So I did all my homework back behind all the lanes, believe it or not.
Wow. So nobody saw you
So nobody saw me, but I was doing my
But you were
homework
there.
and being a good little student.
doing your job.
Absolutely.
Very good. Very good. Well, recently, I believe you got some news, and I don't know if you'd like to share some of that with us. I know a lot of people have been praying for you, and as well as Ken Streeter, who just recently found out that he also has a battle on his hands. And let's just touch upon some of Steve's story and see where he's at today.
Hi, I'm Mark Shea, and this is Body by Mark. Here we do a complete line of repairs, collision repairs, anything at all that happens in an accident, we can fix it. We also do restoration repairs, and there's not a lot of shops around here that do it. We're working on a 2009 Jeep Wrangler. It's a TJ, and we are replacing a frame rail, which is very common on these. If you need an estimate, I'll even come to your house and do it for you.
So it was 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks?
Well,
How's that work? And walked into the station, and they're like, wow, you're looking a little yellow, a little jaundice.
Okay.
So, okay, that got worse over the course of the day, and then I was off the next day, and I worked at the funeral home the next day. So my daughter and my wife went and got me to go up to St. Joe Livingston and do some stat blood, tests. And so I went up there probably 9:30, and by noon, those results of those tests were rolling in, and they're like, "You got to get down to the ER." Well, I had some stuff that I had to get done at the funeral home that day, so I waited until I got everything done, and we went down at the end of the day, and they ran more tests on me in 12 hours, and I thought that they could run on anybody.
12 hours.
we thought he
Wow.
had a gallstone,
Okay.
which was causing him to be jaundiced.
So you
his
weren't
liver
in any
function-
kind of pain or anything like that?
No, I was just jaundice. And 12 hours later, after they got done doing MRIs, CAT scans, ultrasounds, and I don't know how many different blood draws, we knew that next morning that there was a mass on my pancreas. And then the admitting docs told me we had a mass. The GI docs came in and they kind of danced around a little bit. And you know me well enough to know I don't sugarcoat something. I just looked at him
Right.
and said, "All right, stop. Well,
Give
do
me-
you think this is cancer?" "Yep, we do." "Okay, well, where do we go from here?" So they did some more blood draws. Which is more of a cancer
It's a cancer marker.
marker.
Okay.
So and it's direct to the pancreas. So normal's between 0 and 35. Mine came back at 396.
Oh my.
So I knew then that I had it, but you have to go in and
Go through the channels.
the medical profession's got to be, no questions. They got to be certain of what they're dealing with. So they went in they biopsied it on the following Monday, and so I was in the hospital over the weekend, and of course the biopsy came back confirming what we already knew. So
Right.
I'm very fortunate. They've caught this the fact that I got jaundice. That mass is like 1.6 centimeters in size, which is smaller than a dime. It's right on the head of the pancreas. And it was pressing on one of the bile ducts, which is causing the bile to back up, which causes the bilirubin to back up, and the bilirubin is what turns you yellow.
Okay.
So all that was happening, and so it was actually good that this happened because normally getting jaundice is a late stage symptom in pancreatic cancer. So
Okay.
I'm perfectly lined up to get through this chemo, which is they said it's gonna knock me on my ass.
Yeah.
And
So how many chemo treatments are they talking about? Did they
twice
give you a
a month.
specific
It's
number?
gonna be twice a month.
Twice a month.
I'm gonna go in. They're gonna run 2. I'm actually getting the port put in on the 16th. And so when I go into the cancer center here in Brighton, 2 of the drugs will go in through the port at the cancer center. The other one, they're going to send me home with a pump on, and it'll be infused over the next 2 days. And they said the following week, you're going to feel like you got hit by a Mack truck. And then by the time you start feeling better, it's time to do it again. So this is going to go on for 4 months. And as long as this tumor doesn't get any bigger, it stays the same size or gets smaller, then I'll be eligible for that Whipple procedure. If it doesn't, if it grows during this whole time, then all bets are off.
Okay.
I'm I'm not, at that point, I told the oncologist today, I said, I deal with this at the funeral home. I see people that have
Right.
gone through all the different trials and everything else. And I said, if it doesn't, if my cards change to the south, then I'm not going to saddle her with a bunch of debt and everything.
Mhm.
I'm right with the man upstairs, and you
The way
know,
to be.
so that's pretty much it. I'm going to beat this.
Right.
Failure's not an option.
We are definitely all praying for you and keeping Ken Streeter in prayer as well.
Yeah, Jesus.
So many people nowadays we find
What's-
getting cancer.
What kind of cancers can he have? Do you know?
No, I don't. I know that he's in Chicago now and getting some work done to find out what's exactly going on with him. So we will keep you updated on Ken. And for Steve and his wife, we wish him the best, and we will all keep praying for Steve. And we need a miracle, folks. We need all your prayers and well wishes for Steve and his family. So for now, this is our first segment. Possibly we'll have another one next week and see how Steve is doing. And I want to thank you for taking time and watching Table for Three, the best of Brighton. Thank you.